Thank you for tapping into the live. Hit the thumbs up on the way in. Like the stream. If you're on Rumble, like the stream. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy. Right back at it again with another one. Get your weight up, not your hate up. Jigga man is diesel. As soon as I lift the 8 up. You ain't ready to work out with the boy. Your flow is brain on drugs. Mine just rap on steroids. I lift every voice when I sing. My ability make you look like an exercise in futility. Bring your squad, biceps, triceps, and quads. We don't struggle with undeveloped muscle. Lamont Roach, aka Dominican Roach, aka looking like a Dominican swimmer, looking like he will marry you if you, looking like he's gonna ask you to marry him for citizenship status. You know, look Dominican as hell. He looked Cuban. He looked like a Cuban swimmer. But this is the man who so tough, so gangster, so pull up on you, drop a dot. It's gonna be that. You know, this guy. Back in the day, he had the pink socks on. The college kid, PG County. If you look at me 20 years ago, I'm gonna look pretty much the same, kind of like the way I dressed, at least, you know, the way I was kind of my demeanor. You know, I'm an old man now, but you know, you look at a lot of these dudes back in the day, and you're gonna see shit like this. I'm glad we got these throwback pictures. You look at me from 25 years ago. I'm gonna be the same type of person. You could kind of, you know what I mean? With him, you look at Lamont Roach back in the day, these guys get tough overnight. He looked like a Dominican swimmer, right? He looked like a guy that got kicked out of a salsa band and now he swim. You know what I mean? He looked like he beat buckets at the red light. Just like when the light turned red, he there beating the buckets. That might just be a Chicago thing, but he looked like one of them. You know what I mean? He looked like he teach salsa lessons. You know what I mean? He looked like he sell corn and fruit in the same little stand. You know, he looked like he smoked Black and Miles in the daytime, and he chewed tobacco at night. That metal didn't help. Yeah, what up, Mike Mazzy, Mr. Pink Socks? You know, like same thing with Shakur Steve. You look at Shakur back in the day. He's a good little dude. He's a good little dude. Yeah. You look at Shakur today, and he, you know what I mean, it's either you fine, buddy. I got to, you know. But somebody else they should be fried. Hold up. Yeah, I'm not gonna cook them too much or too bad because you know I'm not gonna spend too much time on dude. But at the same time, some of these guys got to get cooked, bro. Sometimes you know you invite things because you know you bring it on yourself. You know, like for example, you know here goes I gotta brighten this up, good dude. Like check it out. Y'all seen the Jerome Boots Ennis sparring Canelo, right? Boots Ennis was in Canelo camp. Hold on. There you go. Bang. There you go. Boots is overrated. Jerome Boots Ennis is Canelo Alvarez's sparring partner. People say, yo, man, Canelo taking it seriously. He brought Boots in. Oh my God, he's sparring with Boots. That must mean he's gonna win because he's sparring with Boots, and Boots is that guy. Boots is not that dude. Never has been, never will be. This dude. Hey, really quick. Type up in the comment section how tall you think the guy with the black hat on is. How tall do you think this man is? You know, based off the look. Hey, matter of fact, caption this picture. It looked like Ice JJ Fish from Chicago or PNB Rock. Good seeing you live from Columbus, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio, cool. As long as you're not from Toledo. He look about 4'5". Now I'll give him 4'6". He don't look 4'5". He looks 4'6". I'll give him about 4'6", 4'7", right? He looked like 4'6", 4'7". This is the dude that said, Boots ain't no sparring partner. What would he know? I'm gonna tell you why he don't know. Y'all ever heard the definition? Y'all ever heard the saying peon? He a peon. When you a peon in your city, or not even your city, the boxing circle in your city, They're not gonna let Rudolph play in any reindeer games. You're not gonna get the scoop on shit if you a peon who can't box, or you call yourself a boxer. Think you some type of street dude. You never been in the streets. Boots just, hey, right? I'm gonna hold up. Boots is looking like he fanboy now. He's like, yo, I'm with Canelo, y'all. Take a picture and let me flex in the picture. Bitch ass. Hold up, bro. I'm not gonna hold on. Oh wow, what you got against Mr. Suspicious? That's crazy. Yeah, he's like about 4'6". You know, a while back, Greg Hackett, the little dude who can't fight, the little scared dude who just was scary as hell. You know what I mean? He's talking about Boots isn't a sparring partner. I don't know why y'all be listening to everything y'all hear. Who did we hear that from? Somebody else out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Stephen Fulton Jr., Cool Boy Steph, Scooter, now you were in your way, biological son. He the one that said that. He say, John Boots and is fighting Canelo. Some dude say, Nugget, say, why you say that, bro? He say, I'm on the phone with him. So, Mr. Greg Hackett, Boots called up Scooter and said, yo, I'm about to spar with Canelo. Greg didn't know that because Greg is a peon. So Greg's like, yo, man, Boots Ennis ain't no sparring partner. Don't be listening to everything y'all hear. Greg don't know shit because he is a loser. So the boxers in Philly, the boxers who actually, know how to box and win, they're not going to tell Greg shit because Greg going to use it for his little podcast. He got like 400 followers. You know what I mean? Like little broke ass niggas that listen to Greg. That's the only type of broke niggas attract broke niggas. Broke niggas listen to broke niggas. You know what I mean? Like because y'all can relate because y'all broke and dirty and can't fight for shit. So of course they're not gonna tell Greg because he's gonna tell his audience, yo, Boots, they don't want to let you know, bro, because you a peon in your city, and this proves that Greg Hackett is a peon in his city. They're not gonna tell your ass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody mess with you in your own city. And I get it. They wouldn't let poor Rudolph play any reindeer games, bro. This is the man to be thinking he know what he's talking about. This is the man. Hey, matter of fact, let's get back to this. How tall y'all think Buddy is? How tall y'all think this man is? I know he watching. Hey, yo, Greg, bro. I thought he was at least 5'8", 5'9", you know? Yeah. Broke niggas attract broke niggas. Hey, somebody say 3'11", 5'3". Hey, yo, Mr. Magnum, Cyborg. Hey, matter of fact, no funny shit. I'm thinking that. I'm thinking about 5'3". He look about 5'3", right? He look about 5'3", and he trying to stand straight up for he could look 5'4". I'm gonna hey yo, Magnum Cyborg. Those arms too short. That's why he can't win fights. He's too little. He be swinging at air, so he can't fight. His arms like T-Rex arms, so he trying to fight and swing, but motherfuckers will reach, touch him up. How the fuck you got 24, 29 losses? Yeah, I say about 5'3", and that's being generous. Greg is about 5'3". What would he know? He a good 4 feet. Oh man, y'all calling this man one of Saturn's little helpers? Hey, from now on, I'm gonna call Greg one of Saturn's little helpers. Greg Hackett is one of Santa's little helpers, bro. That's exactly what he is. Greg Hackett, aka one of Santa's little helpers. Hey, Greg Hackett helps Santa Claus wrap presents in the North Pole. Come November, Greg Hackett is in the North Pole wrapping presents. He over there wrapping them up, putting them in Santa's thing, and Santa finna get on the, yeah. 5'3" at 200 is crazy. Yeah, bro. That's not a flex. He's supposed to be at now you anyway weight. The fact that he weighs in at 190 lets you know he is just lazy. Sunday it is. Hey, yo, Greg, bro. I get it, bro. Me just being a naturally better athlete than you. I get it. I get it. And based off what I've seen, you're only as good as who you is recently. And based off what I've seen from him recently, I get it. I get it. All that breathing hard between rounds. I see little shit like that, Greg. Hey, yo, Greg, bro. I know you're listening, you little chump. I get it, bro. When I seen you fight Brian Norman Jr., oh no, senior, my bad, senior. When I seen you box with Brian Norman Sr., a 45-year-old man, I seen you between rounds, bro. You was no, hey, you probably don't jog. You know, you probably don't have a treadmill, and that's understandable. Your gym probably ain't got no treadmill. You know what I mean? He one of them coach. Hey, who box right here? Anybody box? He one of them guys who go into other people's gyms and ask the owner if he can train there or coach there. Like, yo, bro, I'll give you a fee every month if I could train what's the name in your gym, so it could look like I'm part of this gym when I'm really not. You know what I'm saying? Who box here, bro? Who box? You gotta send him. I gotta send him a Santa's. I gotta send him a little elf costume. He finna be an elf part 2. Yeah, you know. He one of them though. He'll go to a gym to ask the owner if he could train motherfuckers there, right? You box, yeah. He one of them. He want to train people at other people's gyms and pretend it's his gym with a losing record. Of course, he not gonna know that Jerome Boots Ennis is sparring Canelo. Of course, he not gonna know. He wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't know. I don't think that Boots Ennis, just because you know Boots, don't mean that Boots is gonna fill you in on some shit. Boots is nothing more than a sparring partner for Canelo. But breaking it down like from a more technical aspect, Boots is like the Temu version of Crawford. He switches. Just because someone is a switch hitter don't mean you're gonna get the. But I respect that Canelo is getting the right type of sparring, if that makes sense. Boots is a Temu Bud. You know, Bud is Bud. Bud is an all-time great. Probably the greatest of this generation. With all bullshit aside. Bud Crawford, as a pure boxer, switch hitter, you know, got tricks up his sleeve, bro. Has a toolbox that's the toolbox is limitless. Bud Crawford, you know. Boots is the Temu version of him. He like the watered down version of him. You know how like when you go buy Fruit Loops from Walmart, but then you go to Aldi and then they're called Fruit Rounds or Fruit Dots. You know how you get Honey Nut Cheerios from Aldi? I mean from Walmart or Jewel, and then you go to Aldi and it's Honey O's. You know what I'm saying? You know, kind of like that. Yeah, he's the Waba. Yeah, you know the Temu version. They're definitely the Temu version. That's what Boots is. He's no Crawford, bro. You know, just he's nothing like. But Canelo just want to see the different switch hitting from a guy in sparring. Hold up. Let me show you. Hold up. I seen this from Ring Magazine. Dominican Me, what's up, bro? Hey, speaking of Dominican Me, hey yo, Dominican Me. I think Lamont Roach name should be Dominican Me. Dominican Roach, they got audio over there? Yeah, they got audio over there, bro. They got audio over here. You crazy? They got audio everywhere. Where you from? Aldi is worldwide, bro. They got Aldis everywhere, bro. I went to Philly and they had an Aldi in Philly. So I'm like, man, they got Aldi everywhere. Hold up. Let me Hold up. I got you, bro. I got you. I don't want to miss. I don't want to miss. Oh, you a real account? Oh, my bad. Yeah, for sure. Check minutes, bro. Thank you for the super chat. $5 on the cash app. I appreciate that. Hold on. Boots Ennis. Boots is overrated. Boots looks good against guys they put him up with, like Brian Norman Jr., like Brian Norman Sr. said. You know, he's a perfect example of great matchmaking. Boots looks good with the guys they give him. Stanionis, probably his, you know, he got caught with a little left hook right there. Probably his toughest test to date. But at the same time, hey, see, look, if you watch real close, matter of fact, hold on, let me rewind real quick. If you watch closely, look, Boots gets hit, bang, right there. Come with a nice left hook, trying to buy space, boom, boom, from a southpaw stance. You see, Bud, hold on, really quick. Bud could switch to southpaw and still be defensively responsible. Like when Bud fought Errol Spence, He only fought him at southpaw stance. Jab with him. Jab with him. If you watch Bud versus Spence, Bud jab with him every time. Every time. He shot first and jabbed with Spence. But if you look at Boots is not that defensively sound at southpaw stance. Look. Uppercut hook, bang. Quick counter. Very quick counter. Boots ain't no fucking Bud, bro. Look at it. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look in the corner. When he gets hit, watch. When he gets hit, bang, right hand, what he do? He clinched up immediately. When he got hit with that right hand, he clinched up instantaneously. You can't put Boots and Bud in the same, look, bang, clinching up immediately. Don't ever put Boots and Bud in the same fucking sentence. It's night and day. Boots is a team. We had all that wide shit too, all that squaring up. Come on, man. Look, dragging his ass. You know what I mean? I never seen Bud get dragged like that. So Canelo's doing the right thing because Boots is not as dangerous as Bud. You know what I mean? He's just a product of perfect matchmaking. And he the younger man, the younger athlete, better athlete. So, you know, eventually he was able to beat up the white dude, Stanionis. You know, you don't get no credit for this, bro. Is he talented? Absolutely. Very talented guy. But he don't got that grit that Bud got, I believe. I don't think that Boots, he's nowhere near Bud Crawford. I'm from France, and I thought that Aldi only exists in Europe. Boots. Oh, yeah, they got Aldi in France. They got Aldi everywhere. They got Aldi in America too, bro. You in France? I like French fries. Stop it. Stanionis was a soft. Stop it. Stanionis was a soft. Stop Stanionis. I never praised Boots. I never praised Boots, bro. I'm saying, of course, you're going to stop Stanionis. Stanionis ain't shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he did good against Stanionis. Boots ain't no Bud, but he could sharpen up Canelo. Christian Aguilar, bro. Yeah, you're right. Christian Aguilar. He's not no Bud, but he could sharpen up Canelo's footwork, and he could give Canelo the look of a guy who switches stances. Canelo's doing the right thing. I think he's taking somebody seriously. You never seen Canelo bring in a name for sparring in his past maybe 10 fights. You haven't seen Canelo bring in like a name. You never seen Canelo bring in anybody that has, somewhat of a name for his last 4 or 5 fights. Canelo's last big fight was what? K the Plant when it came. Bebo, you didn't see Canelo bringing in no names. So this is the first time that Canelo is bringing in, somebody with a little bit of a name. You say Canelo got this. When the fight first got announced, I knew immediately it was a Canelo win. Canelo said himself, he's like, I'm not going to get no credit for fighting Crawford. I guess no credit for that. Canelo went on record saying him versus Crawford is basically a mismatch. He called Crawford easy money. He was doing interviews saying, man, what? At my weight class, he easy money. Okay, well, why you fighting him then if you're not going to get the credit? So Canelo said himself that he's not going to get credit for this fight. He said, he goes, I'm not going to get no credit for Bud. Okay, so why you fighting him? Because he fought everybody. He could do whatever he want. Yeah, we know. So Canelo's basically looking at Bud as a soft touch. I think that Bud should take offense to that. I think that Bud Crawford should, be pissed. Oh, here we go, right here.
To face at the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but you never know. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford.
You're not gonna get credit to face Crawford, but you facing him. And then there was this.
When they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't want to get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then he need to enjoy his fight.
That was after Crawford beat Spence. Now Canelo fighting a guy that he said he will not get credit for. Really, low-key, to give Crawford credit, I think that Canelo knew right there that Crawford low-key a threat. If they was the same size, Crawford would stop the little redhead dude. You would not be bringing in Boots. As soft as Philly is, Philly's soft as shit, the softest city ever. But as soft as they is, he bringing in Boots for a reason. He might feel something. Sometimes, like maybe when he had the face off with him, maybe when he did the interviews and the press conference, when Bud say, "I'm gonna stomp a mud hole in your ass," maybe he felt something. You know, you could feel a fighter's energy. Like you could tell when a motherfucker is just not scared of you. You could tell when somebody don't give a fuck about your resume. Bud is older than Canelo. Bud got a resume too, whether y'all want to say he don't or not. He got a resume. He fought who was in front of him. I mean, you can't blame the man for him not having no names in his division. You can't blame him for that. You know, Bud is a great motherfucking fighter, way more skilled than the redhead. You know, I'm rooting for Bud. I want Bud to win, especially because Canelo brought in this Philadelphia, Pennsylvania clown, smiling like a little bitch. He's smiling like he met Michael Jordan. Look at him. Smile like a he still got his mouthpiece in. You know what I'm saying? Like he happy as hell. He's like, yo, I'm under your Canelo bitch ass. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm definitely rooting for Bud now more than ever. I know Canelo might get it because he's the bigger man, but I gotta go with Bud, bro. I would be being fake to myself if you know what I mean? Canelo might win it though. I wouldn't bet on Bud, but I'm rooting for him, you know. S.J. Taylor, what's good? She said the way Boots places and holds similar to Bud, holding and hitting, although is it fouling? The rest ready call. You're allowed to clinch, S.J. Taylor. Like when you box and you could clinch up, you know, it's up to the referee. Some referees let you fight out of it. They'll say, yo, work, and you got to work out of it. Or some referees will say, you know, clean break. It depends on the ref. Harvey Dock was being biased to Devin in that Ryan Garcia fight. When Ryan dropped Devin and he jumped on him, he took a point from Ryan right away with no warning. And everybody know in boxing, before you take a point, you got to give him a warning for that same shit you about to take a point for. He just took a point from Ryan. Harvey Dock, I think, is my opinion, I think he a paid bitch. You know what I mean? You could tell that how you just going to take a point from Ryan when he just did shit the first time. It's stupid. So, but nah, some refs will have you, hey, yo, fight, work. They'll have you work out of it, or some say, all right, clean break. So it all depends on the referee. Harvey Dock was hella biased. Yeah. Crawford had a chance to fight Boots. Instead, he fought a 10-fight novice who was stripped of his title. Mr. Jerry, how do you know that, bro? When Bud Crawford went on that clown show out of $50 million worth of trash, or no, $1 million worth of hoes, or what is it called? Gilly and a Wallow. I forgot the name of the podcast. $1 million worth of lames. $1 million worth of Philly ain't shit. I can't tell you the name, but Bud Crawford went on there and they called up Boots on the phone, and then Boots is like, "Bro, I've been trying to fight you," and then Bud's like, "When did you ever say you want to fight me? Like, when did you ever say that? You know, when did you ever say it?" And Boots is like, "I've been calling out." The matter of fact, I'm gonna play the audio. Boots never said, Jerry. He never said that he wanted Bud directly. You're just saying that because you probably from Philly. Dick smuggler. Boots, Bud, phone call. So all you gotta type up. Type it in. Google is your friend. All this shit on. Oh, here we go, right here.
Go to sleep. You dreaming, man. You talking in your dreams, man. Fight.
Yeah, we asked for that fight plenty of times, yo. Plenty of times.
When?
Plenty of times.
What's plenty? When?
Man, you already
you front.
You know what's
you front now. Don't front for Gilly now.
No fronting. No front. Keep it being though. We asked for that fight plenty of times.
When? That's what I'm saying. When? You keep saying keep it a buck. I'm saying when.
Plenty of
now you saying one thing and your dad saying another. So when?
What you mean?
You saying one thing and your dad saying another thing. So what is what?
We asked for that fight. I've been asking for that fight since 2018. What are you talking about? Since I was a baby.
You been asking to fight me since 2018.
All the top guys, man.
Cut it. Cut it.
Bud Crawford basically told Boots, when did you ask for me specifically? For me. And Boots bitch ass, nah, I meant all the top guys. And Bud's like, hang up the phone. He from Philly. This is what I mean about Philly. Y'all say something, but then you don't stand on it, or like, you don't say what you mean. You just say shit because you think it sound cool. That shit, all that Philly shit, that shit sound cool just in Philly. Nowhere the fuck else. That little tiny city, that little tiny broke ass or full of bitch ass niggas in Philly, all that shit, y'all only cool there. Take any one of y'all and drop y'all anywhere else where shit is actually reality. Y'all gonna see like, damn, really that fucking corny. Right. No smoke wanted at all. Miss me with that bullshit, bro. If you want Bud, every single post-fight press conference, yo, Bud, you a BITCH, or yo, Bud, let's get, you know what I mean? None of that. I want all the top guys. You're not saying my name with that. That's what Bud basically told you. Then you got little Santa's little helper. As a matter of fact, everybody take a look at Santa's little helper. How tall do y'all think this dude is? This is the man who said Boots is not a sparring partner. What up? Finally catch you live for my first time. Thank you for catching me live for the first time. Hopefully it's not the last time. God bless you and your family. Matter of fact, it is Sunday, so praise Jesus. Matter of fact, everybody type of praise Jesus. 4 foot. He 4 feet, right? Okay. 5'6". I wouldn't give him 5'6". I'm gonna have to go up 4 feet. He about 3'11 and a half. Santa's little helper. Greg Cackett, aka Santa's little helper. I get it. I know Southpaw TV. Anyway, more serious question. Ring Magazine post up. What do you think a win over Bud Crawford will mean for Canelo's legacy? For Canelo's legacy, it don't really do nothing for his legacy, because this is why you shouldn't say shit on camera if you Canelo. Canelo basically said he will not get credit for Bud. He's not gonna get credit. He said I'm not gonna get credit for Bud. So Canelo's basically telling you that it's not gonna mean shit for his legacy. If Canelo would have gave Bud his props and said, yo, Bud, he an all-time great. Man, Bud is the top of the top. Then when he beats him, if he beats him, it'll be like a notch on his belt, which is good for his legacy. It's like boxing is a sport of just hype. You know what I mean? Like you could talk a motherfucker to pound for pound. Them pound for pound list is just opinionated. So if Canelo would have gave Bud his credit, a win over Bud would have done great for Canelo legacy, his quote unquote legacy. Canelo, like Jay-Z said, he had a spark when he started, but now he's just garbage. Fighting guy. When is the last time Canelo got a knockout? I couldn't even tell you the last time Canelo got a knockout. Philly dudes look dusty. Philly guys, they all got that same look. The dirty ass beard, think they tough. Look, house smell like shit. You know what I mean? It's Philly, bro. You know what I mean? That's, in my opinion, will never change, especially in the boxing world. Ayo, if Canelo wouldn't have said this,
when they asking for that you want the fight, they don't want to get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then he need to enjoy his fight. Okay.
He said he's not gonna get credit for Bud. So if Canelo wouldn't have said that shit, then a win over Bud would have done great for his legacy. Bud Crawford, on the other hand, if Bud Crawford beats Canelo, it does great for his legacy. Jumping up 2 weight classes, skipping past 160, beating a quote-unquote undisputed champ. But Canelo's a one-time undisputed champ. Yeah, he not 2-time. Bud is 2-time. Bud doing this would be a 3-time. You say if he comes alive and shows the skill with Cotto, that was the best Canelo I ever seen against Cotto. But if Bud beats Canelo, it does way more for Bud because he jumping past 160, beating the bigger man, the undisputed champ. That'll make him 3 times undisputed and beating up Canelo. Canelo's a name. He got a good resume. Of course, you're gonna have a good resume. He's been boxing 100 fucking years. Of course, he got Floyd Mayweather on the resume. A lot of, he got some good names on the resume. Of course, he been around forever. Canelo said Bud was too small because he was trying to duck him too. I believe, Adam, I believe that. He smells something in Bud Crawford that he don't like. And he even lied on Bud Crawford's name. He said, I don't like fighting guys like that, guys who move around. You never saw Bud dance around the ring. I never saw Bud skip around the ring or sidestep like Devin or Shakur. You never saw Bud doing that. Bud is not that type of fighter. Bud is not, look, Madrimov, I think Madrimov is more skilled than Canelo, especially in this year fight. Bud did not run from him. Bud was trying to punch with him. Look, Madrimov clearly the bigger man. And Bud was, look, right in his face, using a jab. Thinking. Yo, switch southpaw. Yo, high guard, uppercut, jab to the body. Think. Bud is a brilliant fucking fighter in that ring. He's not gonna run from nobody. You're right, whoever said that. Canelo was trying to make an excuse before the fight even happened. Oh, I'm not gonna get credit for that. Nah, bitch, you see something. Because you're not gonna get credit for fighting Munguia, John Ryder, Berlanga, all them guys who ain't did shit. But you see something in Bud, don't you? You know what I mean? Say what you want. Bud is a special motherfucker, bro. He's an all-time great. He just is, bro. If you don't give Bud no type of credit, that says a lot about you, bro. It says a lot about your unknowing shit. But then again, them guys who diss Bud, like I be seeing shit, and it's like, who has Bud fought? Get your bitch ass on, bro. What you mean who has Bud fought? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Just because he beat everybody in front of him, and some of them guys, they don't even know what the fuck a 1-2-3 is in boxing. They don't know what a 1-2-1-2 is. They don't know shit. They're fangirls. Like most motherfuckers that talk about boxing. If Bud beats Canelo, is he the GOAT? I wouldn't call him the GOAT, but he definitely deserves to be on that Mount Rushmore. I believe I said it in one of my videos. I said if Bud Crawford beats Canelo, beats him, convincingly, I think you should take off Sugar Ray Robinson or Cassius Clay from the Mount Rushmore of boxing. I think Sugar Ray Robinson, because between Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali, Ali was more skilled. Ray Robinson, I don't know what the fuck the obsession is with Ray Robinson, but yeah, you gotta take him the fuck off. Go watch Ray Robinson. Guys who box only, not dick eaters, not guys who just sit there and fucking talk like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. No, guys who actually boxed with the like a real box before, not gym members, not guys who just go to the gym and punch the bag. Don't call yourself a boxer if you don't got at least one amateur fight or two. If you go to the gym for years and you just punch the fucking bag, you're not a boxer. You're a gym member who pays your gym membership every month. Unless you actually got in that ring with a sanctioned box with USA Boxing there, you're not a boxer. Stop calling yourself that. Ask every single boxer to watch Ray Robinson and say what you think about him. You know what I mean? You're gonna see a man jumping up in the air with looping punches. Ray Robinson was good for his time because the talent wasn't that deep back in 1940, 30, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you're gonna have 100 wins over alcoholics and guys who don't even know how to do a fucking sit-up back then. Ray was good for his time. Drop Ray Robinson in 2012. He's gonna get dog walk, bro. So I say if Bud, like what Buddy at, if Bud beats Canelo, take Ray Robinson out and put him somewhere, and then you could drop Bud Crawford right in. I like Bud. You take Bud and throw him in 1970, 1980. He gonna hold his own. Bud got generational skills. Them skills will last him any era. Like Floyd, skills will last him any era. So to answer your question, so if Canelo beats Bud, no credit, he's gonna get credit because it's a good name. It's he beat Bud Crawford. But when you look at the situation, when Canelo literally said, I'm not gonna get credit. Matter of fact, great question, Stepper. The thing about that is watch what you say in boxing, bro. Be careful what you speak in boxing. That's a great question. See, I'm glad you asked that, bro. I'm very happy that you asked that question. Hold up. Canelo did this to himself. He basically fucked himself.
No, but I don't want to have credit to face Crawford. But You never know.
Canelo answered your question. Yo, Stepper, Canelo just answered that for you. So if Canelo beats Bud, no credit? I'll let Canelo answer that. Matter of fact, I'm going to use that comment in my next video. I'm going to use your comment. Thank you so much for that.
At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford.
So when Canelo wins, or if Canelo wins, that's all I'm going to remember. I'm not going to have credit. So Canelo's basically telling you, if he wins, he gets no credit. And I never took an L. What are you talking about? What are you saying, bro? I got amateur fights. I got 27 prison bouts. I got to block your dumb ass. Hey, bro. My bad, bro. Hey, don't let he a fucking goofy. He want to be seen and shit, bro. Come on, bro. I don't got time for that. Do I think Lamont Roach will fight Carmel? Nah, I don't think so. I think that's just Floyd trolling Tank. Floyd put that up because Floyd don't like Tank, because Tank is making, his own money, and he kind of seen that maybe Floyd was holding him back. They called it the Mayweather Promotions Protection Program. That's how they identify Tank. So Floyd is now trolling Tank because Tank basically said, fuck Floyd. But no, that's not gonna happen, bro. 27 prison bouts. Get your dumb ass on, bro. Yeah. But nah, I don't think Carmel's gonna fight this dude. So yeah, for Crawford's legacy, it does good. For Canelo's legacy, he said he's not gonna do shit. So it's just another fight for Canelo. And Canelo right now, he looking for any type of advantage. And his advantage is about 35 fucking pounds. Canelo gonna walk into the ring about 200 pounds. 200 pounds. He gonna walk into that ring, so. What kind of prison bouts? He means in a cell. Like when you locked up, you fight in a cell. You lock your door in that little tiny cell, you fight in a cell. When you try to swing, your hands get cut on the bunk beds. I was locked up in a Illinois joint. So the cells is little tiny cells. The cells is little. So like if you swing, you're gonna cut your hand. In the county, it's 1 million fights. In the joint, the only people you fight with is your cellie, because you in a cell all day with the motherfucker, bro. I had 2 fights. I did 4 years. In them 4 years, I had 2 prison fights, but they both were with my cellie, my cellmate, because you live with the motherfucker. McGaverick Boxing, what's up? You live with that cellie, and he sneezed wrong, and you just wanna because you in the cell with him all fucking day. You know what I mean? You hear him drawing a picture and erasing the wrong way. You're gonna get like, man, I can't stand. You know what I mean? But that's what he means by prison bouts. He means in a little tiny cell. You're not gonna be able to really operate. You're just gonna have little phone booth fight and then choke him up. You know what I mean? It's not a real fighting. In the county, that's different. Those y'all in Chicago and Cook County Jail, it's like in the day room, that shit go up. Motherfuckers make shanks and motherfuckers people are leaving in the hospital. They going to Cermak. You know what I mean? Those are in Chicago. You going to Cermak if you fight in the county. You know what I mean? You leaving looking like Night of the Living Dead. But that's what he means. He say, hold on. I'm going to get to some of y'all comments real quick. Do you think Lamont Roach is overrated? Nah, I don't think he is overrated. I think he's rated fairly. Miss Erica, I don't think he's overrated. He's a good fighter. I never say he wasn't a good fighter. Just because I don't like a man personally, don't mean I can't separate. I can separate the boxer from the man. I can separate the boxer from the person. He's rated good. He's where he should be. I don't see, he's not trash. He gave, as you can see, he gave Javante a great fight. People thought that Buddy was going to get slept. I thought he was going to get slept. Hey, yo, Chino Pedas, bro, I see your comment, bro. That's funny, but I cannot put it up. I see your comment, and that's funny, bro. You talking about the 27? Yeah, I can't put that up, but probably. You guys yourself a good day. Honestly, I think that Bud could stop Canelo. Oh man, for that to happen, it's gonna take a whole lot of shots that Canelo don't see. Can Bud do that? Yeah, he could do it. He's talented. Canelo would have to get lit up. He would have to get lit up with shit that he don't see. Canelo bitch ass got a chin. Yeah, Canelo got a chin, bro. Canelo took shots from Cotto, Bivol, or Canelo could take some shit. That little square chin motherfucker, that he got some strength in that chin. So I don't know about him getting stopped, bro. If Bud stops him, put him right next to Floyd, bro, after the fight. If Bud could go up 2 weight classes and stop a 168 pounder who fought at 75 before, you might as well put him right next to Floyd, bro. If he stops Canelo, and that's doing a lot. But I can't see it happening, bro. My money would be on Canelo. My heart is with Bud. Like, I want Bud to win this bad. You know what I'm saying? Canelo might win it, but I don't like Canelo, bro. I've never really liked him, bro. I try to give him a chance, and it's hard. It's difficult when the guy drop them belts. Stop calling yourself undisputed if you're not going to defend them belts against a worthy contender like David Benavidez. Some of y'all say, oh, who has David fought? You say who has David fought, but you never ask who has Munguia fought. Well, he got a Canelo fight. Y'all never ask who has Berlanga fought. Why does he get? You never ask that. Only when it comes to David. Matter of fact, somebody type up only when it comes to David. Only when it comes to David Benavidez, you ask, oh, who has David fought? Bitch, you wasn't saying who has John Ryder fought. You wasn't saying that. You was not saying who has William Skull fought to get a Canelo fight. Only when it comes to David, you say, who has David fought? I get it. You smell a threat, and you don't want to see the redheaded bitch get his head beaten. That's why. You know what I mean? It's like beating a dead horse. Canelo don't mind losing to a black fighter because he's black. He don't mind losing to a black fighter like Floyd or whoever the fuck. He don't mind losing to Bebo. He's Russian. But he will be damned if he loses to another Latino fighter, because the Latino fan base who drink this man up, like, you know, drink him up, they're going to have a new Latino boxer to gravitate towards. That's what he don't want to lose, his little alcoholic fan base. Let's be realistic. Only when it comes to David, they ask, who has he fought? But you don't ask who the fuck John Ryder fought. You don't ask nothing about Skull. Only when it comes to David. Come on, bro. Tell me you a bitch without telling me you a bitch. You know what I mean? Only the Canelo fan base. Only when it comes to the Mexican monster. Yeah, you're right. Only when it comes to David, they ask that. Golovkin couldn't stop him, but Bud can. I didn't say Bud could stop him, bro. I didn't say that. I'm with you. Triple G, his hard as shit. Bebo couldn't stop him. So Canelo could take some damage. He could take some shit. You know what I mean? That big, strong chin motherfucker could eat some shit. No, I'm not saying Bud's gonna stop him, but if he does, if some magic happens and Canelo just in boxing, like how they say, you age out of nowhere overnight. You could age on fight night, like how they say them guys who look good in the gym at like 45, but when they fight on fight night, all that shit goes out the window. Little gloves matter, bro. Getting hit, I don't know if some of y'all anybody who fought, you get hit with a bare knuckle is different than a 16-ounce glove, bro. Them shots, they shock you different. Like you start seeing them flashy lights different. Getting hit with a 16, you know, you feel it. But getting hit with a fist or an 8-ounce, it's like, bam, you're going to see them little flashes. And you're going to be like, oh, shit, I'm getting hit, you know. But Canelo could, unfortunately for Canelo, he could eat some shit. That motherfucker could take some, he could take a beating. If he does, he on some shit. If he does, he on that snack, right, McGavin boxing? And I don't care what nobody say. You know, I'm very biased. You know, sometimes I let my emotion get the best of me with this shit. I wouldn't give a damn if Bud tested positive. It's just hypothetical. I wouldn't give a damn if Bud beat Canelo and he tests positive, as long as we get to see it. Kind of like Ryan Devin. Ryan tested positive. I believe he was on some shit. You could tell by how he sound. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He went back to a little boy when he fought Rolly. That was True Bill said. Ryan, he talked like a little boy when he was in the Rolly camp. When he was in the Devin camp, he was, you know what I mean, going crazy. You could tell he was on some shit. But as long as we got to see Devin get that ass whooped, I don't mind. Because I'm biased in a motherfucker. Do I think Roach could give Norman Jr. a competitive fight at 47? 47 might be too big for Roach. You know, I mean, they could always make it happen. I don't know. Norman versus Roach, they different weight classes, but yeah, you know, I say so. You know, Norman got power. Norman strong as shit. As soon as Canelo learned English, he became a comedian. I can't even lie to you. I think Canelo's English is fucking hilarious, bro. Canelo always makes me laugh when he talks English because he knows how to talk shit. So I'm a fan of his trash talk. I'm a fan of Canelo Alvarez trash talking English. He's funny. He's like genuinely funny. It's one thing to where it's like, he's funny because he got an accent. Nah, Canelo is genuinely fucking funny when he talk English. What he say? They're like, generally, do you like your opponent? He goes, generally, I don't give a fuck. Canelo is legit funny. I can't even lie to you. When he talk English, when he talk shit in English, you know that shit funny because he means it. That's the thing. The thing about when somebody who don't speak English learn English, when they talk shit, you know they mean it because they but yo, how do you say this? I want to say that, and they talking it because they mean it. So Canelo he genuinely makes me laugh, bro. He hilarious, bro. Me too. I want to see Gary. That's what I want to. Hey, yo, matter of fact, shout out to McGavin Boxing. She from the DMV area. That's what. Hey, if there's any DMV showdown that I really want to see, Gary Russell, either brother versus the Mount Roach, because they're always talking shit to each other back and forth. I know one of y'all watching. The best fight in the DMV area to see who is the king of the DMV. Gary Antoine Russell versus the Mount Rose Jr. Because they steady talking, but I don't see nobody punching. You know what I mean? Like they steady, you know what I mean? They being disrespectful up there. I mean, they got their own little slang up there. They talking shit, real shit. But I don't see no punches being thrown. It's all like, yo, we from the DMV area, man. If we gonna fight? No, I don't think we gonna fight, but we gonna talk shit on it. I see a whole lot of that. But I mean, that is the fight to make. Gary Antoine Russell versus the Mount Roach. The king of the DMV. I would like to see it. Right, stop talking and fight. I say on my swears in Spanish. Some people learn Spanish just to cuss. Gary Russell is one of the most avoided. Yeah, Gary Russell. I used to always say this. Gary Russell, Lil Gary, not Antoine. He was the fastest man I ever seen. The fastest boxer that I ever seen in my fucking life was Gary Russell Jr., bro. Like when he was in the days where he fought Lomachenko, them days, he was lightning fast as shit. If you don't believe me, go back and watch him. Gary Russell Jr., in my opinion, the fastest man I ever seen in boxing. You know, does it mean something? Not really. I'm just saying, like, for hand speed, that little bitch was lightning quick. Gary Russell Jr. Fast as shit. He said he still is? Okay, man. Okay, yeah, he's lightning quick, bro. Like shit, like it's gotta be crazy sparring that bitch, bro. You know what I mean? Because he just boom, like what the fuck? You look like he throwing one, but you feel three land on you. You know, he quick as shit. I respect that about him. Definitely the fight to make. A little bit there. Hey, who thinks this peekaboo bullshit style is flawed? You know, I think that is a great Hey, some of y'all sometimes y'all be saying some real shit. I like that. The peekaboo style was made popular by Mike Tyson. That whole little and when you're stepping forward, it's cool. But as soon as you learn to time it, it's over with. Don't throw a straight jab. Time where you think the jab gonna be. Like kind of just meet him like a pitcher. You know, Mike Tyson definitely made it popular. Have I seen anybody else use it since Mike? I don't know anybody with the name using that little peekaboo shit. That little whoop boom. Mike was good at it. Like Holyfield. Holyfield called Mike on the way in. You're not gonna come in with that old. I know what you're gonna do. You know what I mean? So Holyfield did a good job of timing Mike, but it worked for him. That's the problem with some boxers. They want to watch Floyd, like Ryan, for example. He think he could Philly shell just because he holds the stance. Just because you could stand like this, don't mean you're Floyd, bro. Floyd did that because Floyd's body was comfortable doing that. You know, you can't do shit that your body is not comfortable doing. You know, be yourself in boxing. Don't try to see some shit and be like him just because it works for him. It might work in the gym, but let a motherfucker hit you with the little 8s or 10s. You're gonna feel it. You're not gonna want to. Don't experiment with shit that's not really you. Be yourself. You know. Gotta get back to it real quick. Every 10 minutes, I'm gonna put this guy up. How tall do you think this man is? I pinned the best comment. And I'm putting in that video too. Man, some of y'all say 5'2", 5'5", a brown eyes, 4'10". Damn, she's not even giving them 5 feet. He's the height of a female. He's the height of one of Santa's little helpers. He's the height of a stripper. He's the height of Coy Ray. 5'5", about 9. Smile like the sun, right? Hey, ladies in the chat, would y'all date a man this height? Would y'all date a man this height? You finna be looking down at him, like, where you want to go? He finna be like, you want to go to Mickey D's? Hell no. 4'8", damn. 4'10", he little, bro. She's just laughing. Hey, Miss Erica, he little was. Hey, Miss Erica, would you date a man that height? He's the height of one of Santa's little helpers. Greg Little was. I had no idea how tiny this man was. When I say the tiny bro coach, I had no idea how tiny. Light skinned buddy with the glasses, he's short. So Greg, I mean, you know, I seen Greg's kind in The Wizard of Oz. You know what I'm saying? We often see the wizard, Lucky Wizard of Oz, head ass, right? He said 3'5". Shit. He can't even protect her. No, he cannot. That's why he got 25 losses in boxing. She said no, she would not date a man this little. I don't blame you, because if some shit pop off, what he gonna do? Get low? Hey, some shit start popping off, you finna be like, duck. He be like, I don't got to. Hey, they start spraying some shit, he ain't gotta worry. He already, you know what I mean? He sounds screaming. He a oompa loompa, for real. He one of Santa's little helpers, man, I'm telling you. She rests her purse on his forehead. Yeah, man. Crazy. Hey, he got, when y'all go eat in a restaurant, he got to get the little kid seat, the little high chair thing they got. Oh, man. I'm going to have to fight for him. You just might. That's some funny shit. He just going to be uppercutting kneecaps. Hey, matter of fact, keep on cooking them. I'm gonna have to pin all these comments. All y'all, I'm gonna have to pin all of y'all. He's gonna be 3. She rests her purse. McGaverick Boxy said, I wouldn't feel safe. Hold up. My bad, I missed your comment. She say, I wouldn't feel safe. I don't blame you. You know, as a woman, if you go out with your man, you want to know that your man can fight or at least protect you. All the women are saying that they would not feel safe with this man. Yeah. Hey, no one, Mrs. Fayetta Kale, would you feel safe? No, she say no. I should be looking up, not down. As you can see, Mr. Santa's little helper, Mr. 25 losses, Mr. Man who backed out the fight. No woman in her right mind would date you. Every single woman in the chat, they just like, yo, he way too little. You hit him, DY Ever, yeah. Who's that little guy? Alex McCarthy? I don't know who he is, but apparently he said that Boots Ennis was not a sparring partner. The same guy who is y'all's cooking, he said Boots is not a sparring partner when clearly he's sparring. He's a sparring partner. So thank you to the ladies who cooked this dude, and you know, it's just factual. It's just our opinions, all matter of opinions. Good thing I know how to box. House, wait. How the fuck you gonna say y'all go to the movies, right? And some other nigga trying to holler at you. What's Greg gonna do? Hey, that's my girl, dog. Who you talking to, little? Hey, who the hell you talking to, shorty? That's my she with me. No, she not. You know what I mean? I can't see it happening. He the same size as a hockey puck. So he the one to turn on Sunday. He never came through, bro. I was live in the gym. You know what I mean? You talking about Sunday, let's get it. Shakur offered to fly him. Najee said he'll book the flights and nothing. So he's and I get it though. When I see the man fight, I get it. I seen his whole fight with Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman Sr. He's in no physical, he's not physically in shape enough to box. Boxing's not his thing. He fights for $200. You know, he don't mind getting that ass stepped on, you know what I mean? Man, I thought he's not tough, bro. He's just talk. Talk and talk is two different things. Yeah, man. But we about an hour in. Mr. Sunday, this for life. We ain't changing it. All right, man. With that said, thank y'all for tuning in. I only go live for an hour because I'm not a streamer, but I'll chop it up with y'all about once a week, especially because there ain't no fights. Next time I'll be live, I think it's gonna be Bud versus Canelo. That's next time I'll be live. So y'all until then, ain't no fights jumping off. But tell your mother, tell your ex-wife, tell Greg, tell all the girls that turned down Greg Hackett. Tell all the females like McGavick Boxing, Erica yeah, you good, you all good. I seen you was a real account. So all the females who will not date Greg because he 3-some. You know what I mean? Shout out to y'all. With that being said, till next time, I'm gone.